Hello, everybody. This is Brandy Leaks with Talon TV, and I am with
David
David
Offer. Good afternoon.
And Nick Mayfield.
Alrighty, you guys, and we are going to be discussing some movies, some inspirational Black movies for Black History Month. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my favorite movie of all time, and it will always be my favorite movie, and it is Remember the Titans.
Okay. That is a solid.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Very solid movie.
Love that movie. It just shows you how blacks and whites can reunite and just learn how to. If you haven't seen the movie, you should just go see it. It was made in like 19.
It's a classic.
Is it 2001 or 1990?
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's got Denzel Washington in it and that man.
That guy off of Smallville.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great football movie as well. So football fans want to check that out.
I am a football fan, so that also helps. But yes, Hayden Panettiere's in there. She's like 8. She's like 8, but yes.
Right.
She's like this little tomboy, and she's always following her dad around, and she's like, I want to help. And oh my God, you just gotta watch the movie. I'm just saying.
It does focus on Denzel Washington taking a predominantly white school, integrating black football players and getting them to work together, and it's very inspirational as well.
If I may, I will actually switch it a little bit. A very, very recent movie that came out, Get Out.
Yes.
Get Out was very, very shocking. It was a shocking movie. It was a very shocking movie. And I love the movie just because it kind of does like speak a little bit to how people can you never know who a person is truly until at the very end. It was absolutely wild. That movie was wild.
See, I gotta.
TSA.
Look, I haven't seen the movie yet.
You haven't seen the movie? Okay.
I know.
The whole time
That is your assignment for today.
Go
That
watch
is your assignment
Get Out.
for today. You gotta go
I'm
watch
sorry.
Get Out.
I haven't
so
seen
good.
it, but I know that the weird thing about it is Key and Peele are predominantly known for making comedy sketches.
Yeah.
So the fact that he made this movie Get Out, which is so structured,
It's a horror movie.
over that. I mean,
He said it was something he'd been wanting to do for a long time. Yeah.
that's like a left. Like he just took a left and then went down the road and took 2 more lefts after
A
that.
talented man can do talented things.
I guess
he
so,
can, he
but
can.
I haven't seen the movie, and I know I need to see it, but I don't do horror very well, so.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not that
horror,
scary.
but
Yeah,
it's
it's
just-
not a scary movie.
It's more like thriller
drama.
suspense,
Okay,
like
when I saw the
They hyped it up that way, but it's
infomercials,
not.
all I saw was a black man with bug eyes just screaming
crying.
for his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't maybe want to see it, alright?
It was a shocking movie. It was a shocking movie. It almost like preys on like the fears of like a black man.
Yeah, that's very
I'm
much
not gonna
so.
lie. It was a little too jarring. I was like people aren't like that. But, oh my goodness.
But there was some I worked at Macy's when I watched that movie, and some of the way how they backhand say nice things and stuff like that. And there were so many moments I was like, wait, I'd had people talk to me the exact same way.
You know what gets me? I would have voted for Obama on the 3rd term if he would have. I was like, why do you have to say that?
It's unnecessary.
Why do you have to say that? Why do you have to say that?
Trying too hard.
Okay, Nick, what's a movie?
Mine would be Creed. I love the Rocky movies growing up, every time. And then Michael B. Jordan came in and just, inspired us the way Rocky inspired Italians. He was crazy. He did a good job. It was an amazing acting job as well. It was a great movie and it inspired me. Every time I do it, I feel like I got to go outside and take a couple laps around, get a workout in.
Yeah. One time.
Another movie that Michael B. Jordan did that wasn't as hyped up was Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard about it and I've wanted to watch it for a while.
Fruitvale Station. And if you don't know what Fruitvale Station is, it's about this man who was wrongfully shot and killed by a police officer at a train station, and they decided to do a movie over it because it was just
the story needed to be told.
It just needed to be told.
Certainly,
and
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan wanted to tell that man's story. So that's another movie. If I could recommend a movie to watch, I would recommend that one. One, because it's just a story you should just watch, because it was a man who was wrongfully convicted and just wrongfully, his life was just taken from him. And two, Michael B. Jordan is just an amazing actor, and he just portrayed him just perfectly. So
he's a person that really owns his craft.
And if we're making movie recommendations, I have a newer one out that is great, especially for Black History Month. Marshall. It's the same guy who's in Black Panther did that. Marshall. Yeah, it's about I can't remember his full name, but he was a black lawyer, and he was the first ever black Supreme Court justice.
Right.
Yeah, he was the first judge, and he did a really good job, and it shows how much he did for Black people, getting our freedoms and our equal rights and stuff like
Right.
that. I'd suggest you go see that movie.
And if I can't even piggyback off of that, just the fact that we've come so far, as a people, as a culture, to be able to get to that point. A lot of times, you back then, you would probably have never thought that Obama would have been president. You never would have thought that you would have like African Americans in power in office, in that kind of capacity. So I think it's really, really cool. It's just how far they've come. You want to talk about even, the sacrifices that they had to take to get to that moment. Like the bus boycotts. How African Americans, and other people who actually believed in the cause as well, in the civil rights movement as well, came together and said, hey, let's hit them where it hurts, let's hit them in the pockets, so they can actually respect us and, be human beings, because we should be able to sit wherever we want on public transportation.
Yeah.
So, just with all that, the stuff that happened, and even what's more inspiring as well is there's a lot of women, that were involved in the bus boycotts, which is really, really inspirational as well in that right too.
oh my gosh, since you mentioned women, what do you, that movie is not coming to my mind, but what movie with Taraji P. Henson, it's like the astronaut movie.
Oh yes, Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. It was an amazing movie.
Since it is Black History Month, Hidden Figures is also a good movie to watch.
Yes.
Because, like I said, there's so many, unrecognized African Americans that have done so much for America, and Hidden Figures, that is a movie to watch.
And if you watch the movie, you see what she had to go through. I remember there was a scene where, she was doing her calculations and stuff for her rocket science and all that, and she had to use the restroom. She had to use the restroom, I believe it was all the way in another building where it was pouring rain, and she was working just as hard as everyone else in that room, to make that launch possible, and to see what she had to go through, and to see that she was recognizing the whole movie herself. I think that was really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're talking about movies, of course, we know the Black Panther movie just came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
First, we've
Yes.
had black superheroes in the past, but now Marvel's giving us, a big production superhero.
I'm
How do you
excited
feel about that?
I'm super excited, and it actually seems like it's bringing on a wave. There's this brand new television show called Black Lightning.
Black Lightning, I have seen
So
it.
awesome. You had the emergence of Luke Cage.
Yeah, that's great.
That was really
show.
really good. You also had the appearance of Cyborg in the Justice
DC.
League movie. Yeah, so it's the representation is going up, and rightfully so. I think that the equal representation in any facet is super important. Especially Hollywood. This is things that you see. Things that are visual. Kids are going to a superhero movie these days, saying, "Oh man, that kid kind of looks like me,"
Yeah.
or that superhero kind of looks like me. I can really get excited,
do
get
this.
behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that in the movie theaters, I think it's really cool. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go see it. Black Lightning, I encourage you to go watch that as well. Luke Cage, check that out as well too. It's great stuff. It's great stuff.
Well, we can go all day with movies that we love and recommend you to watch, but we don't have that much time. So thank you for tuning in to Talon TV. I'm Brandy Weeks. This is
David Offer.
And this is
Nate Mayfield.
Thank you again. Y'all have a nice day.